Tonight, we will be looking at the Challenger, Gray, and Christmas Job Cut Announcement Report for May 2026. This report, also known as the Challenger Report, is published monthly and is available on challengergray.com. Challenger, Gray, and Christmas are an outplacement firm that provides career transition support services. Their Challenger report is a highly anticipated and heavily referenced data source for job cut and hiring announcements and is used as an indicator for labor market conditions. The data for the Challenger report is drawn from a number of sources, including press releases, SEC filings, and news reports. To get to the report, go to the News and Insights section on their website and look for the most recent Challenger report. The web version shows the report summary and the headline numbers, such as the total number of jobs cut and the percentage increase in job cuts month over month. We can see that the dominating factor in the headline is AI-driven cuts. Now, these are job cut announcements and not actual layoff numbers, but the data is still showing a distinct trend of the tech industry cutting jobs and citing AI as the primary driver. The numbers are not as high as May 2025, but federal job cuts were heavy at that time and skewed the numbers. We can also see that announced job cuts increased month over month for the last 3 months straight. Here are the primary industries seeing job cuts, including tech, transportation, services, and healthcare. Other sectors of note are also shown. Pharmaceutical job cuts are up over 750% since May 2025, and fintech job cuts are once again attributed to AI. Here's a graphic showing the number of job cuts attributed to AI from 2022 to 2026. This trend is obviously picking up steam, and the reality is apparent that this will continue to be the dominating factor in job cuts, outpacing other reasons by a large margin for the foreseeable future. Below the graphic, we can see more job cut reasons, including bankruptcies, closures, plus market and economic conditions. The hiring plans section shows data collected on hiring announcements. Here we can see that tech is leading in hirings, showing a lot of churn within the industry itself, with the highest job cuts and hiring plans. This may be attributable to companies eliminating legacy roles and creating more AI-centric roles, but this has not been independently verified. At the bottom of the page, we have this download link to the full report. The full report includes the entire summary shown on the web page and also data tables providing a higher level of detail. Table 1 is the executive summary, which just shows the numbers for the headline information. Top states for job cut announcements are also shown, but these are the locations of the headquarters of the companies and not necessarily the location of the workers impacted. Table 2 gives a far more granular picture of job cuts by industry, giving year over year, month over month, and year-to-date comparisons. Table 3 gives the data distributed by region, with common high-number states such as California and Texas. Some states are seeing a surge in job loss announcements, such as Georgia and Michigan, with Michigan's number for 2026 year-to-date is 3 times higher than the total number for 2025. Table 4 has job cuts by reason, giving a more granular look, even though the top 3 reasons are dominating the totals, and the top reason, AI, is bigger than the second and third combined. Table 5 is specific to the news industry, which includes broadcast, digital, and print media. Table 6 gives a quarterly breakdown of the aggregated numbers, going back as far as 1989. The annual totals for 2025 through 2026 are trending towards the levels last seen during the Great Financial Crisis in 2008 and 2009. Table 7 shows job hiring announcements. Year to date is roughly the same as 2025 and an improvement from 2024. But the pace is much slower than the pre-pandemic numbers of 2019 and earlier, and is showing a multi-year trend of lower numbers that are increasingly becoming the norm. Finally, Table 8 shows the job hiring announcements by sector. Interestingly, tech also dominates the total here, with most other industries contributing negligible quantities, if any. As mentioned, this may indicate a rotation in tech, but the increases are by no means offsetting the losses. The release dates for the 2026 Challenger reports can be found on the challengergray.com blog page. I'll include the link in the description. Overall, the May 2026 Challenger report paints a fairly grim picture of the labor market, with job cuts increasing at a relentless pace. In May, job cuts outpaced hiring by a multiple of 5, with over 97,000 job cuts announced versus less than 20,000 hirings. In our next episode, we will continue to look at sources of labor market data. Good night.